Hey guys, this is Hunter coming to you from Lady in the Traps. I just wanted to review a new barbell that I got recently actually, and really been enjoying this thing. It's from Black Widow Training Gear and it is their front squat bar. I'm actually not aware of how long they've had this bar available, but I ran across it by accident actually, and it was really appealing to me. Just because of some issues that I'll get into a little bit later, but I purchased this for about $135 from their site directly, and it reached me in about 5 days. Packaging was supreme. The bar was just fully saran wrapped, almost to the point that it was frustrating to get it out and open, but that's a good thing, and it definitely protected the powder coating in transit. But just want to get into a little bit of why I even purchased this bar, or why you might be interested in having a bar like this for yourself. So for me, and I think for anyone who really would be interested in this bar, the first positive thing about it is that the front rack position is much more comfortable than a traditional Olympic barbell. And I think that, in my experience in using this bar, is due to the actual thickness of it. So it's actually an axle. And that has really made my front delts feel much more comfortable while using this bar. The second reason for me is that it's much easier on my wrists to actually hold those front handles while front squatting rather than using a traditional front rack position. Because what that does, the traditional front rack position actually makes your wrist bend backwards a little bit. And for me personally, benching multiple times a week and doing overhead pressing and things of that nature, the last thing I want is more strain on my wrist. I want to keep my wrist fresh for the bench sessions and things of that nature. And the last thing is that, front squats in general are just plain and simply super effective in getting your trunk and abs and quads very strong and developed. And for me as a power lifter, or for you guys, any of you who are powerlifting, front squats will take your back squats to a new level. It will keep you upright. They'll keep your upper back tight. The cues for the lift really assist with the back squat. And this bar really takes a lot of the thought out of the traditional front rack position and allows you to focus on cueing some of those, keeping your trunk tight, keeping your quads engaged, your knees out, and things of that nature. So really, really advise this bar as a training tool. So those are all great things to mention, and one additional thing that I will mention is that if you're a new lifter and you've never front squatted in your entire life, this bar is the perfect training tool to hop up under and try out. At a weight of around 20 to 25 pounds, it's perfect. So my wife Melissa is around 135 pounds, give or take, and she hopped up under this bar, and within 3 minutes or so, she was doing textbook perfect front squats. That's just due to the lightweight of the bar, the comfortability of that axle that I mentioned earlier, and she's actually been able to add 10 pounds to the lift every single training session with no pain at all, just getting her a little progressive overload there, and we'll see where she can take her front squat with this bar. So with all that being said, there's only one con that I can think of to the bar, and it's not really a con. It's really the same case with all specialty barbells, and that is that you're probably going to need some special collars to keep the plate still on the bar. And these can be, for example, the Pro-Lock collars or HG collars from Rogue. But what I'm saying is that your simple spring collars that you use on typical Olympic barbells are not going to work on this bar, just because the diameter of the collar sleeves are a little too thin. So they will move around. Well guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna leave a link to the bar down in the description with some basic measurement information as well. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. We'll get back to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. But till next time, thanks for watching.